over the past few years here, Dave Morrison and his staff have really stockpiled the group with some highly skilled people, and you can see that with Verhaeghe today. Like, where Verhaeghe is today and where he's going to be 18 months from now, we'll see a major transition in his game, but you can see the skill sets and the poise with the puck and the playmaking ability, and he can buy time and space, and you obviously saw that today.
Is he further along than you thought he was coming in here, Carter?
No, I think he's exactly where, he played so well in the playoffs, and you could see the skill sets that he has. He's smart, he thinks the game. So he came in and actually did what we thought he could do. But when you project it out, when he gets stronger and he gets older, I mean, he's going to be an elite player, obviously, at the OHL level. And then we'll see where he's at. Again, you're looking 18 to 24 months down the road with him.
With Josh Lavo, is he a perfect example of a guy that took all the input from this a couple years ago and really applied it and has made those jumps?
Yeah, Josh, it's interesting, and you can see the transition. When we drafted him, he was 178 pounds, so he's 198 now, and he made himself strong. We knew he had hands, and we knew he had his stick, but he was weak, and he knew that. So he took that weakness, and he understood it and realized it, and he did something about it. He didn't talk about it, he did the work. He put the work in. He comes here at 8 in the morning, and he works until 10 a.m. And so we're just seeing the end result of that. He still has plenty of work to do, and obviously he has to have a big year in the AHL. But you can see, as I said yesterday, how he's wired and how quick that stick is and how fast his mind maneuvers in these corners. He's very slippery, and he knows how to use his body to protect the puck, and all of a sudden he can find the backdoor seam. So he's on the right track. Now he's got to continue to stay on the right track.
Going back to Verhaeghe, do you like that a lot of Niagara's big guns are graduating and then he'll most likely have a bigger offensive role this year?
Without a doubt. They're known for playing their older players, and now that Strome and some of that crew is going to move out, Verhaeghe will step right in and probably be in the one spot, and he'll see big minutes on the power play, and that's all part of the progression of junior hockey. Starting as a 16-year-old and working your way through the draft year, and so Verhaeghe is going to see big minutes in big spots, and there's no doubt in our minds that he'll be a 100-point guy in that league. I don't know if it's going to be this year, but it'll be soon.
How much offensive skill does Connor Brown bring? Given what he had last year, given who he's going to get to play with again this time around, and where might he be in a couple of years from now as he continues to grow?
Yeah, he's an interesting one because his skill sets are so high. And again, he can find the late people, he can find the seam, he can find the backdoor people, and he can buy time and space. He's got really soft hands, and he's got a very creative brain. And then when you put him with McDavid for another year, I think Connor finished around 80 points in the OHL. So he, when you play him with McDavid, he should be in the 100-point range. Maybe we keep him in junior for an overage year. Sure. Maybe he'll be in the 110, 120-point range. I'm not sure. But he's got a high ceiling, and we're going to continue to find out how far he can take this, because he's a second-line type player. He's not a 3-guy or a 4-guy. He's a 2-guy, and we'll see what kind of production he can put up this coming season.
And that overage season is good for some, as you did with Devon, and in terms of growing, maybe not quite ready for the Marlies?
Exactly. It's with Connor, we're looking 24 months down the road. It's not a quick fix with him. We're looking to put 6-8 pounds on him this year, and maybe another 6-8 pounds on him next year. So we're looking, again, it's long-term, and if we allow him that big window of another 24 months, we might have something.
I know you talked about Morgan Riley a couple of days ago, but is there something about maybe patience with him that you guys as an organization have to say, if you're not in the NHL now, kind of relax and have some patience if he goes back to junior?
And I think Dave Nonis and Randy, in this market, yes. Maybe in a different market, no. But in this market, we've got to do it right. And you can see how Nazem has now, how he's turned the corner. So we need to get this right. But again, Morgan he's mature, and he's sharp, and he's physically strong. And again, he's got that strong, wide base and foundation. He doesn't get knocked off the puck. So he's a little bit further ahead. And again, it's going to be real dicey to see how this all unfolds, but it'll be a September into an October assessment.
Given how much further ahead he is than maybe some other guys his age, is there an advantage to kind of, I don't want to say dominating the WHL, but being a guy who's a little bit ahead of that level if he goes back?
It could be. But he's a guy that has taken ownership in the group from a young age. He knows how to take the bull by the horns. So it's not something where he needs to like mature and like he needs to learn how to like be the guy, because I think he already knows how to be the guy. He was the guy last year. So has he outgrown that role? It's possible that he has, and that he needs new challenges. But until we see him in the rookie camp and then early in the beginning of the NHL type thing and see how it unfolds, I don't think any of us know that.
Is there any update on Matt Finn, Andrew McWilliam, who didn't get a chance to play today?
Andrew McWilliam had to leave early to go to a wedding, so that solves that one.
There you go.
And Finner is fine. It's a day-to-day. It was a little bit of a tweak, and you saw him walking around here today, and a little bit sore today. It would be okay today, tomorrow, and you won't see him again tomorrow, but it's nothing serious.
He'll be good to go to Montreal.
Yes, he will be.
Are you happy with the fact that guys like Riley and Toninato have a chance to go to national development camps in August to get this similar kind of competition before going to other camps, and that they're in the position to be there?
Yeah, because it's such a wonderful, it's just a great, it's another tool for the toolbox. It's another experience. For Finn to go and Rupert to go, Morgan to go, and obviously Toninato, it gives them more experience. It gives them more confidence so that when they go back to their teams, they have more to lean on. There's more substance in their game and more experiences, which just keep moving you up the ladder.
Can you talk a little bit about Toninato, what you saw of him here and how far he came this year?
He had a great year, and he's had 2 good days, and he plays 200 feet that you saw today. He doesn't compromise or cut corners in the defensive zone. So he's patient in those areas, but then he has skill sets and he has hockey sense and he has poise. And we presume he'll have a real good freshman year. He's in a good program going to Duluth. And we're going to see, I think we're going to see he's got upside, and we're going to see how far he can push it and how fast he can push it.
And you're happy with going to the college route rather than major junior, like you guys don't really...
For him, the window, it's a bigger window. It's a you know, the OHL kids, it's more expedited. For a guy like Toninato, he's got a year, he's got 2, maybe we keep him 3. In some cases, we might keep him 4. So we've got a nice big window for him he's 180 pounds right now, and just to let him grow his game, be patient with him, and just kind of let him go do his thing.
A couple of the undrafted prospects here will go to rookie camp, you figure, as in past years?
Undrafted?
Yeah.
Not sure yet. Undecided, because when you think about possibly McKegg, Devane, Crescenzi, we might add some of those guys into the mix with this group, and all of a sudden you got 15 or 16 or you get 20 guys very quickly between the 3 or 4 classes now.
Victor Louvre scores a goal on a penalty shot and was pretty aggressive out there. How do you rate his progress so far?
It's not surprising because, but he handled himself great again today because he can skate. And when you can skate, it gets you out of a lot of trouble and it fixes a lot of problems when you can maneuver and skate the way he can. Same thing with Morgan. And his transitional game is so quick. It's a quick up. So he looks up the ice and he's making passes 80 feet up the ice, 65 feet up the ice. So he's got high skill sets, and he's going to play in the Swedish Elite League this year. And it's, again, we just leave him alone, let him grow, let him develop, and I think we've got something with him as well.
He seems to have stepped up his physical play a lot from last rookie camp.
Because he's strong. He's strong on his feet, and he works at it. He's very serious about the physical conditioning part of the game. And so not only can he skate, but he's built up his body to the point where he has this confidence in his body right now that he's capable of leaning on people, and he's capable of playing with some aggression and some physicality, and that's what you're starting to see with him.